Hey besties, if you need cleaning motivation today, well, here it is. Today I'm taking you through our entire disaster house. I'm doing almost every room in the house except for my office and our spare room, which is perfectly tidy because we pretty much don't go in there. I'm being very honest, I'm showing you how much of a disaster it truly was. So if you're ready to get into it, I'm here for you, and so is Rory. So obviously, as you would expect, the first thing I did was get onto the laundry. There was heaps of laundry to do. There was already a wet load there ready to go into the dryer, so we chucked it in, cleaned out the lint trap because we don't want house fires, and I got that going. I gathered up all of the laundry around the entire house, and it ended up being, I would say, about 7 loads of laundry. And just remember, although we are trying to get it all done today, and technically I did, I cleaned the whole house, I literally didn't get all the washing done on this day. So I'm doing the voiceover the day after I filmed this. So that was on Sunday. It's now Monday. And I'm still finishing the laundry. I'm just now on the very last load, and then I have to fold it all. The dining table is completely covered in laundry. So it is okay if you don't get everything done, like I say all the time. Once I had done all of the laundry gathering from around the house, and I've got some footage somewhere in this video of the pile of laundry, I went around and picked up all the dishes from the bedroom, my office, Corey's desk and the table, and I put all of that together. The funny thing was, I think I've gotten a lot better at stacking the dishwasher, because I would have thought that these dishes would have taken, I guessed, about 2 or 3 loads in the dishwasher, and in the end it actually only took 1 load and some hand washing. So that took a lot less time than I expected, which was great. The thing is, if you've been watching my channel for the last probably month, I guess, you know that I've been struggling quite a lot. And so I've been focusing on a lot of survival cleans and little routines and tips and tricks to help you stay on top of things when you're very busy, which is the point of my channel anyway. But when you're struggling and you just sort of can't bring yourself, whether you're having mental health problems, whether you're struggling with grief or something that's gone on in your life, even just keeping on top of the basics can feel absolutely overwhelming. And that has definitely been the case for me over the last month or two. The problem with survival cleans, and this is not terribly encouraging, but I'm always honest on my channel, the problem with survival cleans is that they don't last forever. Eventually, it is time to pay the piper. You have to do a proper clean. So that was today. A tip that I didn't know until I looked back and realized how well it had worked was that I knew that I needed to do this, and I knew that I needed to make a video. So I was preparing myself for this for 3 or 4 days. I was just doing the bare minimum. You saw how bad the house got. I intentionally let it get that bad. I thought, I'm just going to focus on work, I'm going to focus on uni study, and I'm going to focus on my other responsibilities. And then on Sunday, when I have a complete day at home, then I'm going to do it. I'm going to get up, get my coffee, and just completely get stuck into it, allow however much time. Like I think I already said, it ended up taking 4 hours to do all of this. Once that's gotten started, I'm not going to stop until I'm finished. So I didn't sort of realize that I was preparing myself for day after day after day. At the time, I felt guilty because I felt like I was putting it off and making excuses. But in hindsight, it actually worked out really well that I was telling myself, you know, you will do it. You will do it on Sunday. And I kept thinking about, okay, Sunday, I'm going to do it. Sunday, I'm going to clean the house. Sunday, I will get on top of everything. So every time I looked around and saw a mess, I thought, it's okay, I'm going to get that done on Sunday. And it actually worked really well because by the time Sunday rolled around, I was actually kind of looking forward to it. And I've been feeling a lot better, which is great. And I was having a pretty good day, and I'd had a good sleep Saturday night. So when I got up, I was actually quite excited to see the house come back to itself. So I ended up enjoying it. I was very tired by the end and very sore. I haven't deep cleaned this much in, wow, a while. It's embarrassing, but we're honest. This was the pile of laundry. Crazy. And that's not including what was inside the basket inside the actual laundry. So yeah, I feel like preparing yourself works really well. I know some people say that they do that with their kids. So they say to their kids, tomorrow I'm going to need you to help me clean up your room. And then that day they go, remember, this afternoon after school, you've got to help me clean up your room. And the kids are more likely to help and not kick up a fuss about it because you've mentally prepared them. You haven't sprung it on them when they already had their own internal plan to watch TV after school or something like that. So it's interesting that the same thing kind of worked on me, and I didn't realise I was doing it until afterwards. So maybe that's something that helps. If it does, great. If it doesn't, let it go, put it in the bin. But it helped me. So I ended up getting going and feeling a lot more energetic because I didn't wake up and then suddenly decide to do it. The lounge room is definitely my least favourite room in the house. It's pretty much Corey's room, so he's got his electric drum kit and his audio system linked up to a TV that we've got up there on the wall. He's got his gaming PC and his desk there, and I don't really use the room. Even when guests come over, we usually hang out around the dining room table and play board games or something like that. So I can't really do a lot in the lounge room, but it does frustrate me that it just, to me anyway, it looks so ugly. It's not an attractive room. It doesn't look tidy. That you can see there's cords everywhere all over the floor, but it just kind of is what it is. So we put that back to rights, and at least it was tidy and vacuumed and everything, and then it was onto the kitchen. I feel like normally it's enough to just disinfect the bench, but today I realised that it was looking pretty bad. It was looking like it was getting a bit of a grimy film on it. So I actually just put some dishwashing liquid on a Scrub Daddy and gave it a really, really, really good scrub before I went back over it with a cloth and my homemade vinegar, water and essential oil cleaning / disinfectant spray. And it came up a treat. It looks really nice now, and obviously it smells really nice. So in addition to everything I've been struggling with lately, and work and uni and theatre and dance and all that stuff that we're always busy with in our house, Corey hurt his back. We don't know how. He's been having back problems for pretty much since he stopped growing. So he's 6'7". He is a giant. He doesn't really like being on camera. He's not against appearing in my YouTube videos, but he definitely doesn't love it. But in the glimpses that you've seen of him in videos, you can tell he is very tall. And because he grew so fast, doctors have said that that often presents a problem with the back because it puts so much pressure on it as it's stretching out so quickly. I'm not great at explaining it, that it does lead to back problems later on. So he's been having back problems for a while. He'll have random spasms. He'll have a day or two where his back is really, really sore and then it just comes good. Not sure if it's bone or nerve pain. It doesn't seem to be muscular because massages, deep heat packs doesn't help. None of it does anything. He pretty much just has to take anti-inflammatories and hope for the best. Anyway, we had auditions for Sweeney Todd the Musical, which I'm co-directing and musical directing with our amateur musical theatre company. And Corey was auditioning, and we had a dance call which was fairly intense and had a fair bit of squatting, bending, moves like that, and his back just suddenly locked up. Of course, he put his best foot forward and pushed through it, but it meant that by the end of the dance call, he could basically not move. So he limped out to his car, managed to drive home, and I was really worried. He could not get out of bed for about 3 days. He had a telehealth appointment, and a doctor prescribed him Panadeine Forte, which is obviously crazy strong, and also Valium, which I thought was really interesting, but it is a muscle relaxant as well as being good for anxiety. He didn't end up taking that because he just thought it was a little bit unnecessary. He just needed the pain relief while the muscle healed itself, because the doctor thinks it was a pulled muscle. I don't, but I'm only pre-med. I'm not a doctor, so whatever. Anyway, he eventually came good, but it was really bad for a while there. Like, he could barely get out of bed. He had to crawl to the bathroom. It was terrifying, and because he's so tall and so heavy, I wasn't strong enough to help him, and if I tried to pull him out of bed, it made it worse. All this to say that this is one of the big reasons that we just let the house go to the dogs, basically, because he couldn't do anything. He couldn't help me. I was spending all my time getting my stuff done, plus any of the load that he takes, like running errands or maybe getting groceries, cooking meals, whatever. I was doing all of that. So we pretty much just thought, you know what, as long as we're keeping body and soul together and food on the table or in bed, because he couldn't get out of bed, that's fine. So between him and me, we were a sad pair for a few days there, and hence the house ended up getting this bad. But yeah, it was really good to scrub everything. Scrubbing truly is therapy. Obviously, while I was doing all of this, I was keeping up with the laundry. I tried to challenge myself that as soon as it beeped, I went and swapped it over. These laundry detergent sheets are great. They have pretty much no waste, is their kind of marketing ploy. They're meant to be a lot better for the environment, and Corey and I get really itchy when we use a lot of washing powders. Normally I have to get a sensitive washing powder, but they don't smell like anything, and I love laundry powder scent. I often try to look for candles that are fresh linen or cotton scent. But I've tried these and they're really good. They smell delicious and they haven't made us itchy. And I like that it's just neater. You don't end up with laundry powder sprinkled on the floor. You don't end up with drips of laundry liquid. And I like that you put it straight in the barrel instead of putting it into the little top drawer thing. So recommend giving those a go. There are some different ones that you can get, but those are the only ones that are available in our local supermarket. Everything else I've seen with different scents, or even that are a little bit cheaper, I think these are $15 for a packet, which is kind of a lot, but it does last us. I think the last packet, it lasted over a month anyway, which I think is honestly pretty good. Because I don't know if you've realised, but every time I go to the supermarket and look at washing powder, I swear it's one of those things that has gone up. Like, I know most things have gone up. Inflation is a beast. But something about laundry powder, I swear it was always excessively affordable. And now if you want to get anything that has, I don't even know, good packaging, convenient packaging, or has a nice scent or something, it's like $25. And that's just crazy. I mean, strawberries cost $7.50 a punnet at the moment. So yes, everything's crazy, but something about washing powder just stuns me with how much it costs. Anyway, what I was going to say is that they are cheaper if you get them places like Amazon, but I prefer not to get everything off Amazon. at some point, you just want to go and do your groceries, and not wait for them to arrive if you can't get 1 day shipping or whatever. So that's that. You will see that I put the chairs up on the table. I'm very embarrassed to say that it is I want to say it's probably 3 months since I mopped the floor. Now, if you want to unsubscribe, unfollow, stop watching, curse me for being a disgusting pig, off you go. You do you. But we are here to be honest. We are here to be besties. And my besties know that it's been 3 months since I mopped the floors. It has not been in my wheelhouse of things that I can achieve. It's just all been too much. So every time I set a timer for myself for 20, 45, 60 minutes to clean, I always almost get to mopping. I get to the vacuuming, and then all of a sudden I have to stop because the time is done, or I have to go to dance, or I have to go to rehearsal, and I think, oh, should I mop? No, I don't have time. I'll mop next time. 3 months later, we finally got around to the mopping. See, as I'm going up the stairs here, that there is still an insane pile of washing. I think I'd only gotten through about 2 loads of laundry at this point. I think I meant to write down timestamps, but I'm pretty sure I'd been already cleaning for almost 3 hours at this point, because I remember going upstairs and checking the clock on my bedside table, and it said it was 3:10, and I started cleaning at 12:15. And I took a little break to have a snack in there, so yeah, almost 3 hours. So definitely cleaning upstairs takes a lot less time than cleaning downstairs. I prefer the jobs that are involved in cleaning the downstairs, but it just takes such a long time. The bathrooms are really a testament to what a difference good cleaning products make. And I made a short a few days ago about how I always hated cleaning and I struggled to clean and I was bad at it. But now that I've gotten older and started using products that I really like, that help me enjoy cleaning, and now that I've realised that a lot of the products that my mother used growing up were actually just really bad and didn't help you clean well, it's completely shifted my whole perspective on cleaning, and now it's easier and I enjoy it more. Even though I've probably enjoyed cleaning for a couple of years now, I'd say, since my attitude towards it really shifted, I've still hated cleaning bathrooms because, again, I feel like I'm bad at it. It would take me a long time. It would take so much elbow grease to get things clean. But what I've noticed is that since I've switched to the pink stuff, the paste, a Scrub Daddy, and my homemade non-toxic cleaner that I'm always harping on about on this channel since I started making it a couple of months ago, it's actually really surprising how quick it is to clean the bathroom. I basically go in, dust off the counter and get up any, hair or pieces of things like that are hanging around the basin, because basins get disgusting. And then if it's really bad, I'll go in with the pink stuff. But my bathroom wasn't too bad, so I just sprayed the cleaner on it. Sometimes I'll use a disinfectant wipe and just get off the grungy layer off. And then I will get the non-toxic cleaner, spray it all over, wipe it down, and it's done. And then I spray the mirror down. I wipe it down, it's done. I usually use the disinfectant wipes on the toilet because I like being able to throw them out because the toilet disgusts me. And often in terms of cleaning the bowl, I've got a new silicone toilet brush that I really like that's quite effective, and I just put some vinegar, maybe a little bit of dish soap, but not normally, and some essential oil to make things smell nice in the bowl. But at the moment, I found that I had a few more packets of the disposable heads for my little toilet brush, the heads that have the detergent in it. And so I've been trying to use up those. But once those are done, I don't think I'm going to repurchase them. I really like just using the vinegar and the silicone brush. The problem with the one with the disposable heads that I got off Amazon is that I didn't realise that the plastic clip that clips on the disposable heads, it protrudes through the head and it goes through, and actually I find it scratches the porcelain. I haven't noticed any visible scratches yet, but you can literally hear it scratching when you're cleaning the toilet. So probably not my favourite. A lot of people love them, so it's not that I wouldn't recommend them. They're extremely convenient, and I do like that they're disposable for one reason, but I find that the silicone toilet brushes just do a better job of rubbing things off. So I feel like when I use the disposable one, I flush the toilet, and when all the detergent clears, you can still see that there's dirt around the bottom, like under the water. I don't know why that is, because I can scrub and scrub and scrub for 5 or 10 minutes and it's still dirty. I don't know. I think it just doesn't have enough detergent in those heads. It just doesn't last long enough for my liking. If you sleep with a fan next to your bed or overhead, make sure that you're cleaning them off, because look at that disgusting gunk that is blowing into your room. Also, I need to get a new damp duster. I didn't realise that this one is starting to sort of take on the colour of the dust, which is absolutely disgusting. But I am loving the damp duster. I'm one of those people that doesn't really like to buy something that's being raved about on social media. I don't know whether I like to think of myself as a bit of a maverick, but if someone is going on and on about something, it's viral, everybody's doing it, I tend to resist doing it. I'm the same with books. If someone says, oh my gosh, everyone's reading this book, it's got, 1 million 5-star reviews, I don't read it for ages, because I'm like, well, I don't want to just be another statistic. I don't want to be yet another person giving into the craze. And then I do. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can see what all the fuss was about. That was me with the damp duster. I saw it all over TikTok and YouTube for so long, but I refused to get one because I didn't want it to just go with the crowd. And now I'm part of the crowd, and I love it here. almost at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I also did scrub the shower in this ensuite with Pink Stuff and Scrub Daddy. You can see a little bit of a clip on that in my most recent short, the scrubbing therapy. But I chose not to put it in this video because I actually really prefer cleaning the shower when I'm having a shower. So I just take all my clothes off, jump in, scrub it, and that way I don't worry about getting covered in water because I already am covered in water. Obviously, that is not this kind of channel, so I did not put that on the YouTubes today, but it was done. So my 4 hours of cleaning did include all of the laundry that you're not seeing on here because I didn't film every single time I did a load of laundry, and also doing the shower. Anyway, I hope that you can relate to something in this video. I hope you got something out of it, even if that's just entertainment. I was pretty sad that the floors were not worse than this. I was very excited to see how dirty the mop water was, considering I hadn't mopped for months, and it wasn't even that bad, so that was pretty anticlimactic. Anyway, thanks for being here. I love you all, I appreciate you all, and I hope the rest of your day and week is as relaxing as Rory when she's spying on people outside. Bye bye!